Good morning, and welcome to your AI Daily Press morning podcast for July 2nd, 2025. Firstly, Figma, a leading tech company, is poised for significant growth with its AI-powered design tools and expansion into workplace apps and creative solutions. The company's strong financials and strategic investments have investors and industry watchers closely monitoring its progress. Secondly, the situation in Ukraine remains precarious, with ongoing fighting and diplomatic efforts yielding mixed results. We've seen a Ukrainian drone strike hit a Russian plant, and Russia has claimed to have downed multiple Ukrainian drones. Diplomatic efforts are underway, with French President Emmanuel Macron urging a ceasefire, and U.S. envoy Keith Kellogg accusing Russia of stalling on talks. Lastly, the Dalai Lama is set to celebrate his birthday, sparking speculation about who will succeed him as the next spiritual leader of Tibetan Buddhism. The Tibetan community remains hopeful that the selection process will be legitimate, despite China's intentions to name its own Dalai Lama. Experts warn that this could lead to a bitter dispute between Beijing and the Tibetan community. These stories are complex and multifaceted, and will continue to provide in-depth analysis and updates as they unfold. For now, that's all for today's morning podcast. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
Thank you, Walter. Firstly, in the UK, the government is facing internal conflicts and challenges in addressing the nation's broader issues. We invite our readers to share their thoughts on how they believe the government should proceed. Secondly, in Mexico, 3 major financial institutions have been sanctioned by the U.S. Treasury Department for allegedly helping launder millions of dollars for drug cartels. The sanctions have led to severe economic consequences, including the temporary takeover of 2 banks and downgrades by Fitch Ratings. Lastly, in the United States, a federal judge has blocked the Trump administration from ending temporary protected status for approximately 50,000 Haitian immigrants. The ruling is seen as a significant victory for the plaintiffs, who argued that the suspension of their TPS status was motivated by racial animus and violated their constitutional right to equal protection. These stories highlight complex issues and challenges facing governments and institutions around the world. We'll continue to follow these developments and bring you updates as more information becomes available. Thank you for joining us on the AI Daily Press Morning Podcast. I'm Barbara, and we'll see you again soon. Now, for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskwiser.
Thank you, Barbara. Firstly, we've got an update on the API Group's valuation, which has already priced in the upsides, according to Alicide Capital. The company is poised for long-term success with its recurring revenue model, driving high-margin growth. We're also keeping a close eye on New Gold, which is generating consistent cash flow and demonstrating solid financial health. In politics, New York State Assemblyman Zohran Mamdani has emerged victorious in the New York City Democratic mayoral primary, defeating former Governor Andrew Cuomo by a significant margin of 12 points. This unexpected outcome has raised questions about the effectiveness of ranked choice voting and sets the stage for a potentially chaotic general election. Lastly, we're tracking some big developments in tech, including Apple's plans to revamp its Siri virtual assistant and Tesla CEO Elon Musk taking back the reins of his company. We'll also be keeping an eye on the Solana staking ETF, which has been approved for debut and could have significant implications for the crypto industry. As I always say, where do you stay your money Monday? It's essential to stay informed and vigilant in these uncertain times. Don't get caught up in the hype, focus on the fundamentals, and make informed investment decisions. We'll be providing updates and analysis throughout the day. So now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. Firstly, we explored the mysterious dwarf planet Sedna, located in the outer reaches of our solar system, and 2 innovative propulsion technologies that could potentially reach it in just 7 years. These cutting-edge concepts, including the direct fusion drive and an advanced solar sail technology, promise to revolutionize deep space exploration and unlock new insights into our cosmic neighborhood. Next, we discussed NASA's groundbreaking partnership with Netflix to live stream its rocket launches, astronaut spacewalks, mission coverage, and live views of Earth from the International Space Station. This exciting collaboration will bring the wonders of space exploration to a global audience of over 700 million people, inspiring new generations and sharing the excitement of NASA's discoveries and inventions. Lastly, we delved into the details of the Delta Aquariid meteor shower, which peaks on July 30th, and provided tips for viewers to optimize their viewing experience. We also touched upon the fascinating world of exoplanets, with scientists discovering thousands of new worlds beyond our solar system, and the potential implications for the search for life beyond Earth. That's a brief summary of our recent stories. Stay curious, keep looking up, and we'll see you next time on the AI Daily Press. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Carl. I'm your host, Joan. We've got some exciting news to kick off your day. First up, get ready for some action on the big screen. The new movie The Gray Man is out now, starring Ryan Gosling and Chris Evans. We'll have a review of that coming up later today. In other entertainment news, K-pop fans are rejoicing. BTS is making a grand comeback with a brand new album and world tour. The album drops in spring 2024, followed by a tour that's sure to break records. We've got all the details on their highly anticipated return. And in business news, high-end athletic wear brand Lululemon is taking on retailer Costco over alleged knockoffs of their yoga jackets and pants. This case raises interesting questions about intellectual property, fast fashion, and consumer affordability. We'll be following this story closely and bringing you updates as more information becomes available. Finally, if you're a fan of the movie Top Gun, you won't want to miss our exclusive interview with the film's director, Joseph Kosinski, coming up later today. He'll be sharing behind-the-scenes stories and insights into the making of this iconic film. That's all for now. Thanks for tuning in to the AI Daily Press Morning Podcast. Stay informed, stay entertained, and we'll see you throughout the day with more news and updates. Now for the latest in nature and environment, here is David at Nature.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, in Pakistan, efforts to protect marine habitats are facing challenges due to pollution and overfishing. However, our first article highlights a different issue: the struggle to conserve marine ecosystems in the face of human activities such as fishing and coastal development. Our second story takes us to South Africa, where the blue crane, a majestic bird species, has been reclassified as vulnerable due to a decline in its population. Habitat loss, poisonment for other animals, and collisions with power lines are among the threats contributing to this decline. Conservation efforts are underway, but more needs to be done to protect these incredible birds. Lastly, in a remarkable discovery, researchers have found that wild orcas are voluntarily approaching humans and offering them food, a behavior typically reserved for bonding between orca pods. This extraordinary phenomenon suggests a level of curiosity and social complexity in these apex predators that was previously unknown. These stories remind us of the importance of preserving and protecting wildlife habitats and populations, as well as the need to better understand and appreciate the complex relationships between humans and animals. We'll be exploring these topics in more depth throughout the day, and that completes our morning podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until this evening, I'm David Etinacher for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.